yoga. We were doing a little fun with the football. I forgot to move. Excited you are here today, and we are going to be doing a warrior flow. It's going to be really fun because we're going to be adding some spontaneous movements, and we are going to end and close with a samadhi. I'm going to take my socks off because we're not going to need those. It's been a little chilly, a little rainy today, but it's been really nice. And remembering that our focus is that single point of focus. We're working on dharana, the 8 limbs, where we bring our concentration to single point of focus. So it works out really perfect with samadhi. And our focus in samadhi is going to be our third eye. So we'll be moving through the 8 limbs. We'll be moving through our annamaya kosha, and then our pranamaya kosha, manamaya kosha. And then we're going to be moving into, from pratyahara, we're going to move into dharana, which we're going to be focusing on. In our pratyahara, we're focusing in on our heart and the inner sensations and the inner aliveness. And as we move into dharana, concentration, we're going to be moving up and concentrating on that third eye, that point between our brow. And then, of course, dhyana is uninterrupted flow of meditation, and that leads us right to the doorway of samadhi. So that's how we will conclude our practice today. So let's see here. The mat. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're going to begin just by doing a little shaking, moving the body, warming up. Just see if you can shake the arms, the legs, move the body in any way that feels really good for you. Some twisting. It's always very nice for that spine. Warming up that spine before we move. Moving into some tapping. Special focus on this thymus, of course. Waking that immunity center up so you stay healthy your whole life. Just waking the body up a little bit. Moving through the body, waking it up. And feeling that body on the earth, we'll do our breath of joy. So it's 3 sips of inhale. Inhale, arms outstretched, shoulder length. Opening up the arms, the second sip. Third sip, bringing the arms up. And then a nice long exhale, bending the knees. And let's begin. One more. And letting yourself stay down in your forward fold. You can grab those elbows if you like. Just enjoying this nice deep forward fold. And then on the next inhale, coming up. Beautiful job. Excellent. Let's bring those hands up overhead, however you want. Let's do a little side to side. Did a little twisting in the spine. Let's move the spine a little laterally before we move into our warrior flow. So this is a little different than what we've been doing. This is our warrior flow with spontaneous movements. So we're going to actually hold the pose for a breath, and then we're going to move into moving in the pose spontaneously. We're going to do our best to keep our feet on the mat and keep the foundation pretty solid. The feet might move a little bit as we move. It might not be exact, but we're going to try to keep that foundation solid. It's the upper body that's going to be moving spontaneously. And you can't do this wrong, so enjoy. Back foot is 35 to 40 degrees. Front foot is 90 degrees, facing the small edge of the mat, and you're going to bend that knee so it's right over the ankle. I have my right foot forward, left foot is back. I'm going to engage this back thigh. And we're moving into Virabhadrasana 2. So we're going to open up the hips. They're facing me. Bring those arms up. Back is as high as the front. And we're going to turn the head to gaze out over those front fingertips in Virabhadrasana 2. Let's engage those bandhas and take a nice deep breath here. And on the next couple breaths, I invite you to move spontaneously in your body. Staying in this energy of the warrior, energy of being the warrior. Moving in divine action if you feel guided to move. Just making some movements. Fluid, spontaneous warrior. And then eventually coming back into the pose. Beautiful. And we'll engage the bandhas and take one more deep breath. And on your exhale, bring in the back arm to the back leg. On the inhale, reaching the extended arm and fingertips up towards the sky. And gazing up, nice deep breath here. In the next couple breaths, moving into your Viparita Virabhadrasana, reversed warrior. Just moving. This is a more yin, feminine pose. Feeling that feminine warrior inside of you. Enjoying moving in your body. And coming back up to your reverse warrior, taking one more deep breath. And on the exhale, swooping that front arm to rest gently on the front leg, back arm up alongside the body. Feel that nice side angle. Engaging the bandhas and breathe. And next couple breaths, moving in this side angle. Feeling what feels right for you. Feels good for you. Having fun with it. And on your next inhale, moving back into your side angle, taking a nice deep inhale, reaching into the fingertips. And on your exhale, we're going to straighten the front leg, bring that front arm down to your mat or a block in Trikonasana, triangle pose. Engage the bandhas and breathe. You can gaze up the extended fingertips if you like. Next couple breaths, moving in your triangle. Finding any spontaneous movements. Feel good for you. And on the next inhale, moving back into your Trikonasana. Deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring in a hand over in front on either side of the front foot. And let's rest on that front leg. Engaging the bandhas and breathe. And beginning to move any way you want in your pyramid. A nice breath in pyramid. Next inhale, coming up into your Virabhadrasana 1. Squaring those hips, getting that knee so it's right over the ankle, arms extended up, shoulders relaxed down, and engage the bandhas and breathe. Next couple breaths, moving in a spontaneous warrior, holding that energy of the warrior, powerful, brave, courageous, loves the challenge, enjoys moving in divine action when guided to move, isn't afraid, however that is for you in your movements. And coming back into your warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1, nice deep breath. And we're moving into warrior 3. So you can even take a 1 step forward with that back leg, or you can flow right into your warrior 3. Find a dristi. Engage the bandhas. We're just going to breathe here. One more breath. And coming down. Beautiful. And we're in a nice wide stance. We're going to move into our 5-pointed star. Bringing those arms out. And we have 5 lines of energy. So it's all coming from our solar plexus, down the legs, feeling the feet pressing into the earth. Comes up through the heart and the 2 arms, extending those arms up and right up through the crown. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Powerful star. Next couple breaths. Moving into your spontaneous, ecstatic movements. Whatever is feeling and calling you in your body. Enjoying, and then coming back into your 5-pointed star. 1 breath here, and we're going to move into our goddess. So bringing those heels in a little, feet pointing out, just adjusting that foundation a little, bending the knees so they're going over the feet, bending the arms. Feeling that heart wide open, engage the bandhas and breathe. Next couple breaths, moving and flowing in your goddess. And having fun with it. Being that goddess energy. Whether you're male or female, we all have combinations, hopefully somewhat balanced in our energies. Enjoy being the goddess. And coming back up into the pose, engage the bandhas and breathe. Next inhale, coming up. Bringing the hands to the hips. We're going to tilt that pelvis forward a little, stick that tailbone out a little, and hinge at the hips to wide leg forward fold. Bringing the hands down to the mat. And taking a nice deep breath here. And grab those elbows and begin to move spontaneous here. Keeping that breath flowing. Coming back to center. Bringing the hands back up on the hips, lifting the head, lifting the heart. Coming all the way back up, and we're going to move in over to the other side. So I'm going to bring that left foot 90 degrees, pointing towards the small edge of the back. My right foot is 30 to 45 degrees, bending that knee right over the ankle. Hips and pelvis are facing forward, bringing those arms out and turning the head to gaze out over the extended fingertips. Engage those bandhas and breathe. And next few breaths, moving in the pose, holding that warrior energy. Virabhadrasana 2. Empowered, free, active, in action, divine action. Taking on the brave challenges of life and ending up back in your Virabhadrasana 2. And then on your next exhale, we're going to drop the back arm to the back leg, bringing that front arm up at a giant inhale. In our Viparita Virabhadrasana, reverse warrior. Open heart, moving into the more feminine yin energy. And the next breath, moving into spontaneous movements. Moving in a way that feels good. You enjoy. Maybe a little more feminine energy here. Moon. And eventually coming back into the pose, taking a nice deep breath. And exhaling as you swoop that front arm forward onto your front leg. Back arm comes up alongside the body in our side angle. Engage the bandhas and breathe. And next couple breaths, moving spontaneously. Feeling that energy of the angle, all kinds of angles. Feeling how your body wants to move in this pose. Enjoying it. And eventually coming back to your warrior, to your side angle. Deep inhale, reaching into the extended fingertips, and the exhale, we're moving into Trikonasana. Triangle, coming down to either a block or the earth. Stacking those shoulders, engaging those bandhas, and breathe. Next couple breaths, moving spontaneously. Feeling that flow. Letting that heart and intuition guide you. You may not even be moving much at all. Everyone is different. You can't do it wrong. And finally coming back to Trikonasana triangle. Inhaling, reaching up into the fingertips. Exhaling, bringing that hand down, bringing a hand on either side of the front foot. Moving in to pyramid, relaxing forward onto that front leg. And breathe. Moving spontaneously in your pyramid, which may not even be, you may want to stay in the pose, honoring your body. Moving how your body wants you to move. I think we might have missed our reversed Viparita Trikonasana on the other side. So, but let's root that right hand into the mat, twist away from me, and move into our revolved triangle. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Moving spontaneously. Feeling that nice twist in the spine. And on your next inhale, coming back into the pose. And releasing down. And we're going to transition into our Virabhadrasana 1. Bringing that knee back right over the ankle. Coming up. Squaring those hips. Good job, bringing those arms up. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Relaxing the shoulders down. And moving spontaneously. And inhaling back into our warrior 1. Nice deep breath here. Beautiful. And we're going to transition right into our warrior 3. You can take a nice step forward with the back foot, or you can just transition right into it. Find your drishti. One more breath. And releasing down. Beautiful job. And we are going to bring the hands in Anjali Mudra. And we're going to let all that sink in and dive into sensation. Noticing the energy, the dynamic energy field inside your body. Feeling the feet connected to the earth. Energy all around your body, the tingling and the inner aliveness, the pratyahara. And take a moment to move into Dharana as we focus on that third eye for a moment. All our attention and concentration on that third eye. Knowing that actual third eye is in the center of the head, at the pituitary. Pineal. Beautiful. And we're going to clasp the hands behind us. Move into standing yoga mudra. Okay, let's do a balance, a couple balances. We haven't done too many balances. We're going to do some tomorrow too. We did the warrior 3. Now let's move into hand to foot. I haven't done that in a while. So first thing I want you to do is bring all your weight into this right standing leg. And imagine that it's going further and deeper into the earth. Nice and solid. This could also be called hand to toe. So you can take these peace fingers and you can clasp onto your toe. I like to take it and hold it, my hands on the foot, because my fingers always seem to slip a little on the toe. But you choose what you preference. Very little weight on this left standing leg. And you're going to bring that leg up and that knee up. You can even help it up with the hand. Bring in the hands underneath or clasping onto that toe. And then bringing that leg out straight. Finding your dristi and breathe. One more breath. Beautiful. And coming down. And we'll move over to the other side. So we're going to feel all the weight coming into this left standing leg. Feel as if that leg is, again, going deeper down into the earth, rooting you in. And solid. Very little weight on this right leg. And then bringing the right leg up. Bring those hands underneath the foot or clasping onto that toe and straightening that leg. Find your dristi and breathe. One more breath. And releasing down. Good job. All right. Now it's probably time to go into our standing yoga mudra. Clasping those hands behind us. Hinging forward. Bringing the hands up, the head down, and honoring the heart as the highest organ. Engage the bandhas and breathe. One more breath. Honoring that beautiful heart, the highest organ in the body in this pose. And releasing the hands. Down to the mat. We do just a couple poses. We're just going to stay. You guys are going to go down on the mat. So let's come down onto our backs. Bring those knees into the chest. Rocking back and forth. And let's do a nice hip opener. Let's do the our supine pigeon. So my right leg is bent, my right foot's on the earth. I'm going to rest the left ankle just above the right knee. And I'm going to lift that right leg up, clasp my hands behind the hamstring, and pull that leg in towards my body. And engage the bandhas and breathe. Beautiful. One more breath. And releasing the leg. And let's go to the other side. Right ankle is resting on, my left ankle is resting on the right leg, just below, just above the knee. Lifting that right foot up, bringing it in towards the body. I apologize, sometimes I get my rights and lefts mixed up. Make sure you're on the other side so we get a nice, equal, balanced hip opener on both sides. Keep the breath flowing. And one more breath. And releasing down. Let's move into a half shoulder stand. So I always like to start by just bringing the legs up, flexing and extending those feet. Keeping that breath flowing. And then this may be your pose, and this is just fine if this is where you want to be, or you can move into half shoulder stand, lifting those hips up, bringing the feet up, and breathe. Beautiful job. We can do a little variation, bringing one foot at a time down to the earth. Before we move into our plow. I like this because it's a nice little warm up for plow. And then hinging over into plow. I like to, instead of bringing the feet all the way down to the earth, I like to keep them parallel to protect this lower back. So find your pose, engage the bandhas and breathe. One more breath. And let's curl those legs into the body. Let's bring the hands down to the mat and nice and slowly rolling down. And I love to go into fish Matsyasana after this. Resting the legs out, hands are palms down on the mat, bringing each hand under the buttocks and snuggling those elbows in towards the body, pressing into the elbows and forearms and lifting that chest and the head, and then gently coming down, resting on the top of the head. Nice back bend in the upper thoracics. Engage the bandhas and breathe. One more breath. Next inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the head, straightening out the body, coming down nice and slowly, releasing the hands and bringing those knees into the chest and rocking back and forth. Releasing and relaxing that lower back. Beautiful. Let's bring the feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana, supine butterfly. There's a couple ways to do this. We can have the feet up like this and gently pull them in towards the body. You can also release those feet and let them relax down on the mat. Let's bring those feet back up and let's open up those legs. Knees are nice and wide. Soles of the feet are facing the sky. My hands are on the outside of my foot and gently pulling those legs and knees down. Engage the bandhas and breathe. And beginning to move into happy baby, rocking back and forth, kicking. This is our final pose before Savasana. So take some time to move these legs, the body in ways that feel good for our final pose. Then move into Samadhi. Relaxing that lower back. And enjoying the movements. And when you're ready, beginning to move into your Samadhi nest. Laying down in a very comfortable position. If you prefer to sit up in Samadhi, you can do that. I'm going to guide you through this. This camera, a little teeny. Perfect. Okay. So we are going to, let's see, I'll move the whole thing. eating. There we go. If you need socks, if you need a sweatshirt, if you need a blanket, finding what feels comfortable for you. You might want to put a sweatshirt on. You may find that something under your knees or even something somewhat flat under your head feels good. And getting really comfortable in this beautiful Samadhi nest as we move into our Samadhi practice. And closing those eyes and drawing that attention inward. Beginning to feel that earth underneath you, where your body's connected to our physical Mother Earth. And releasing all tension, all holding tensions in all the muscles in your body. And let's tense those muscles up a couple times and release. So inhaling, tensing the muscles, whatever you need to do to have them all engaged, even the face, and release. And again, tensing the muscles, engaging every muscle, even the fingers, the toes, the face muscles. And release. Let's do it one more time. 3 is always a good number. Tensing. And release. Beautiful job. And allowing and inviting all those physical systems in the body to relax. The bones, feel them become heavier, drawn towards the earth. Digestive system, lungs and the respiratory system, reproductive system, all the glands and the endocrine system. Of course, the muscles and the muscular system. Every system in the body, including the skin, the organ of the skin. And finally, that nervous system. So relaxing the brain. And the entire nervous system, every nerve, every synapse, relaxed. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly. As you activate the pranamaya kosha, the energy body, prana, pranayama. And imagining that chakra system vibrant, each chakra spinning from the root, spinning down in towards between the legs, infinitely one disc, reaching out into that double torus bubble that's around your whole body. And that navel, that reproductive chakra, a little below the navel. Feel those chakras spinning vibrantly, one shooting out through the front and one shooting out through the back. Moving to the solar plexus chakra, the yellow, vibrant spinning discs at the front and the back. Move into our soul, our power, our hara. And moving up to the heart, the green, vibrant discs spinning, flowing. the heart expanding, deepening, and moving up to the throat. That blue, feeling those chakras, one coming out the front, the other the back. Vibrant, spinning, radiant. Moving up that Sushumna, that great river that moves right up our spine to the third eye, right between the brow, moving out the front of the head and out the back, spinning, vibrating, radiant. And finally, that crown, feeling that crown chakra, one disc shooting up out the crown, and that energy just dispersing into that Taurus energy, that beautiful ball of energy that surrounds your body. You're right in the middle of it. Root and the crown, sustaining all the chakras, connecting into this Taurus. Flowing energy, 360-degree ball of energy that your physical body's sitting right in the middle of, sustaining your well-being, your physical existence. Feeling that beautiful river of energy, that Sushumna, that great river, as it surges up through the root, all the chakras out through the crown. And that Ida and Pingala, Ida on the left, Pingala on the right, at the root chakra, and they begin to dance in a DNA helix motion, meeting at every chakra, surging and intensifying the chakra. It's beautiful energy systems that are always going on in a non-physical, invisible way that sustain our physical existence. Taking a couple more deep breaths as you bask in this energy body. And diving a little deeper now and a little more expanded out into our Manamaya Kosha and Pratyahara. So we're diving inward, feeling that aliveness within the body. We are shutting off all external distractions and bringing all our awareness to this inner aliveness. Letting the emotions rise and be fully felt, not making any judgments, just feeling fully, not even titling or labeling them, just feeling into them. Basking in the nectar, pulsation, the vibration, the trembling, energy moving and flowing, warmth, cool, tingling. whatever is there for you. Basking in that heart center, feeling that heart pulsing, that pulsation spreading throughout the whole body. And moving into Dharana now. Concentration, bringing your focused concentration to that third eye, Ajna chakra, right between the brows, in the center of the head. All your concentration on the third eye. If your mind wanders, just bring yourself kindly and gently back to your third eye. Single point of focus. Couple more breaths of focused concentration. Third eye. And releasing that concentration and allowing your mind to rest in pure awareness. Dhyana, meditative flow of awareness. And at any time, allowing Samadhi, grace of Samadhi, to take you. Silent stillness. Becoming everything and no one thing in particular. Everywhere, nowhere. surrendering into grace. Absolute silence and stillness. And bringing your focus back to that third eye. All your awareness, all your concentration on that Ajna chakra. Between the brows, right in the center of the head. And dropping into pratyahara, diving into the inner aliveness, the inner sensations, vibrations. Basking in the nectar. And taking a nice deep breath into the belly. As you move into the pranamaya kosha, pranayama. And bringing the awareness to that earth underneath you. The connection of your body and the earth. rooted, grounded, solid. And when you're ready, beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Gently coming back. And if you're home and you like to bask in Samadhi for a while longer, please feel free. And beginning to stretch out the arms and legs. If you're going to be moving out of the pose. And rolling over to one side or the other. And when you're ready, gently and kindly coming up to a seated position. Once you get up, let's do a final check, final scan of the inner being. And I'll see if there's a chant for you today. Hey ake hone ke maya, hey ake hone ke maya. Hey ake hone ke maya, onde ke he maya. Onde ke ake maya, onde ke ake maya. Unde kea, unde kea, unde kea, unde ke maya, unde kea, kea, unde maya, unde kea, ke maya, unde ke maya. And we will close with a namaste, bringing your hand to your heart in Anjali Mudra. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When you are in that place in you and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this warrior flow practice with Samadhi. I am Grace. You can go to ecstaticyoga.studio for information on our yoga teacher trainings and retreats. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day.